Some folk are born made to fly the banners, oh, they're red, white and blue. And when the bard plays hey to the king, oh, they point the trebuchet at ye, Lord. 'Tisn't me, I ain't no nobleman's kin, nay. 'Tisn't me, fortunate I ain't been, nay. Some folk are born silver spoon in hand, oh, don't they help themselves, Lord. Yet when the taxman comes...
Hello everybody, and welcome to another 3BR actual play live stream. Tonight we're doing Unfortunate Sons, which is our game set in the land of Westeros from Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. We are using the Warhammer Fantasy RP rule set to bring it to life. Our story is set 5 years before the events of the books and takes place in the Stormlands at the southern edge of the continent. You guys might remember it as the home of the Baratheons, who is currently king, Robert. We will be following a mercenary group called the Unfortunate Sons, led by Markas Storm, as he tries to gain enough wealth, power, and honor to earn his own title and lands. Let's go ahead and get started introducing everybody. And, of course, we're going to go ahead and start with Markas, who's directly below me.
Yes. I am Joe, playing Markas Storm, leader of the Unfortunate Sons Mercenary Guild, company, whatever you want to call it. We are currently trying to... survive, I guess, in an inn as basically a pirate ship, and it's probably the most badass inn we've ever fought in before. So we'll see how that turns out tonight.
All right. Next up, we have Tom in the middle.
Yeah, I'm Tom. I play mid. You always know that I'm mid because I'm in the middle of this current version of our background. Mid is a jester with aspirations on bettering the realm, and he is a mercenary fool, but never both at the same time.
Alright, next up we have the saltiest member of the group, Roderick.
Hey everybody, I'm Julio, and I'll be playing Roderick. Roderick is old, he's miserable, and he's absolutely freaking jacked. And he's here to spread the word of the drowned god, and to see through the plans that he believes that he has for this upstart youngster that was saved from drowning once upon a time. Roderick is slowly becoming less miserable, but he is also becoming less pleased with the fact that he doesn't smell like low tide as much.
All right. Next up, we have everyone's favorite street urchin, Frag.
Hi, I'm Leslie. I play Frag, the street urchin who essentially just wants to find a cozy, warm place to sleep with a full belly every day. And, well, if she can stab some nobles in the did I say stab some nobles in the process? But yeah, these group of dudes found her and thought she was really skilled, so she's gonna stick around to see what more food she can get.
Frag has eaten better in the last 2 weeks than she has in her entire life.
Oh my gosh, her belly has been so stuffed, and it's great.
So, last but not least, everyone's favorite maester, Rolf.
I'm Rich, or better known as Rolf. Rolf is doing his best to patch these guys up, and himself, because he obviously gets into the mix himself. And he's looking through all of his bags today because he thinks he's going to be needing some of his wares to patch these guys up even further after the battles that we may incur.
Today's going to be interesting.
Health potions. Health potions.
Health potions. So, before we get into what was going on last week, real quick, I want to remind everyone of what the character's short-term goals are. So I'm going to go around the circle again. Markas, what is your short-term goal for the current adventure? Let's say.
Short-term is basically to make a name of ourselves so that we have a platform to jump off of in the future. So it's not just, hey, who are those guys?
So that's actually why I'm asking, because your short-term goal is to protect the inn.
Super short-term.
Sure.
Our immediate goal is to make it to the end of the night.
At the end of the night.
Well, your short-term goal is so. With your short-term goal, as far as this game is concerned, is something that you'll accomplish within the next 30 days, give or take.
Okay.
Mid.
My shortest term goal is to also survive the attack of these thieves that want to sully our temporary residence of this wonderful pirate ship turned inn. In terms of my short-term ambition, that is it's very similar to Marcus, it's to make a name for Marcus and Unfortunate Sons, since mid goal is to ride the coattails of this organization towards his own longer-term ambitions.
All right. Next up, Roderick, do you have a new short-term goal?
Other than surviving here and killing as many as possible, sending them to their graves, he wants to protect the kids and make sure that they don't meet an untimely end.
The wee babbies.
Yep.
Frag, we know that your short-term goal is to make sure there's food at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Our short-term goal
her and it's in danger.
Is the muffin button.
I mean, honestly, I think another addition to her short-term goals would be actually to just, after being a part of this group, she's learned quite a bit, actually, about how the world works. So to add on, like, a minor short-term goal would be to just learn how she can even do her next overall long-term step. Because before she had no clue. Because she would just be, like, angry at the world, but not exactly know how to, make revenge in a way. But now, with this opportunity, I'd say another short-term goal is to learn how to actually take that next step.
All right, I like it.
As well as adding, getting more food and sleep.
All right, so last, again, Rolf down in the bottom.
Short-term goals? I'm going to learn as much as I possibly can. That's my real short-term goal. But tonight is to keep everybody healthy enough that we can survive the next 3 days.
Sounds good. All right, so you guys have all heard that the party is talking about surviving the next 3 days, and the reason they're talking about that is because during our last session, which, sorry guys, was 2 weeks ago. We had a technical issue, and by that I mean they didn't install my internet at my new house. Our last session, which would have been episode 5, the Unfortunate Sons found themselves in a tavern, like Marcus said, that is built out of an old pirate ship. And while being there, they picked a fight with the bandit lord of the Cockles Rent River. And as such, now they have to protect themselves. As he comes for his vengeance. In the meantime, they are also being paid by... what did I call it? Lothar. Lord Orin Lothar, a lord from a minor house in the Reach. I have so many names. I'm starting to feel like I really am channeling a Game of Thrones book, because there's just so many characters. A friendly reminder to all those of you out there watching, you can in fact spend your channel points to give rerolls to our players, which I'm sure they will appreciate from time to time. We're now going to open up the scene. I'm actually not going to go to the map quite yet. We are going to discuss you guys starting off with your defenses. You guys slept without any particular issue, and it is the second night from when you guys picked your fight. I see Mid is wandering a boot already.
Mid wants to know where points of egress are.
So there are windows along all but the northern wall. There are also windows on all 4 walls on the second floor. This little patio that you were just looking at has a roof, a 1-story roof, so someone could feasibly climb onto it and then climb into a window of the second floor. Hopefully that answers those questions.
Were we also setting up traps?
Pretty much always you guys are setting up traps, but the last conversation was actually trying to figure out if it would be feasible to try and dig an entire moat in 2 days, which
No.
Yeah.
Is it 2 days or 3? I feel like it was 3.
It was 3 days, but now 2, because you spent 1 day sleeping.
Because we did, yeah.
You have already slept.
Yeah, we basically woke up, and then there was a note pinned to the door with a dagger.
So, how you guys are in the bar. The regulars that you have come to know and love are there. Ragnar and Roderick are eating. The owners of the tavern, Varn, Randall, and Jaslyn, are in fact helping out about. And Joellen is currently strumming her lute.
Where did you say that? Hey, Mid. Where did they say they were coming from again?
Location wise?
Yeah.
I don't
Because
think...
you think we can make the terrain more difficult, like out there? Because I know we're out like in the open field, right? But like if we go to like the edge of it, make like awkward placings in pits, or not pits, but like weird rope traps or some weird contraptions.
We can cut down a few trees, and they like to do it to us.
They only did that to you once.
Twice.
No. The first time
The
was
storm did it the first time.
It was a tree that was cut down. Or, down.
The storm was having a giggle.
Right. Storm used its axe and cut down a...
So do we know a cardinal location where they're coming from?
We could probably ask the owner, because he knows where these jackasses come from, but I don't think we know yet currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to figure something weird out. Because if we're gonna set more traps, that'd be going to the borders way out there would to give them a friendly warning to turn back around.
I don't trap the windows. Like, dig a ditch in front of the window so they can't even get in the bloody thing.
Out of curiosity, how tall is Frag?
Oh, she's not very tall. 5'1".
Okay. So 6'2" Marcus comes clomping up behind you.
Uh-huh.
It's like, Frag. He kind of does one of these things, like pats you on the head gently.
Uh-huh.
He goes, I gotta say, you are very smart. It's like we got Mid who loves to do lots of talking and flipping and negotiating. Rolf who uses medicines. Roderick who loves to beat things. Me who also loves to beat things. Then we got you who just seems to know a lot about defenses and all sorts of like random things I wouldn't think of. I mean, you got the information for when his guard was gonna go hole up with that other mercenary group the other night, and I mean, you went and did that all by yourself. So I just want to say that you're a welcome addition to this team.
I just take a lot of time to think about I mean, I have to be very observant if I'm going to not get caught doing things. So yeah, I think sometimes it's hard, but I think. Thanks.
You're welcome. I hand her a tart or whatever the big dude baked that morning.
Don't worry that Mid probably stepped forward with apprehension, assuming that Marcus was going to throw Frag because he asked how tall she was, and then was going to walk over to her. I was like, oh, I was going to pick her up and throw her or something. But then you were all really nice. I mean, it's like, that didn't go how I thought it would. So we should ask the tavern owner if we know from where the brigand lord of Pockle's rent is coming from.
Yeah, and she is very always super sloppy with her shoving food in face hole.
What is the owner of the tavern named again?
The owner himself is Varn. The large gentleman is named Randall. And the wife, the daughter is Jaslyn.
So I walk over to the counter and I say, Barn, Jaslyn, do we know where these thieves will approach from?
So they normally come from the road, but we have no idea where their hiding place would be.
Because it's like about what, a day or so from when they'd say they'd come, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Days.
So I mean, I wouldn't mind just scouting out to see exactly where they're going to be approaching from, so we're not taken super by surprise. Because why would they stick to the? I mean, they would probably stick to the road because they think we're going to like give in or something. But I just want to.
Well, they could come from our blind side, which is that back. The northern wall doesn't have any windows.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm saying I'm brainstorming to not be caught by surprise because I don't like that.
Nope.
Nobody likes being caught by surprise.
Or being touched in a weird. No. Yes. Agreed.
You both are flippy, climby types. Why don't you go up on the roof?
Xander says.
Well, Xander's gonna. Right.
Xander's like, I'll go on the roof.
It's your moment. I'm not gonna cut you off. It's your moment.
Xander's like, I'll go on the roof.
Did you want to go on the second floor? We had windows to hide behind.
Yes, that's better. At this point, everyone realizes that Xander's tunic is red.
Okay.
Why is this tunic red?
He just wears a red shirt.
Oh man!
Take that off.
Don't let him beam down, please don't.
Got it.
Goddamn turkeys. Take that off. You're an unfortunate son now.
Oh, right. Sorry, guys. We forgot to say that for those of you who are watching, we do, in fact, have our merch store up. We have shirts for Unfortunate Sons as well, as well as our other ones. All of you happy Vikings there could go ahead and check out the Land of Ice and Snow, which is so nice. The Unfortunate Sons is great for us heraldry geeks because I actually paid attention while making it. Because I had to.
True. Yeah, I don't have glowy bits all over ours, but I could do something with glowy bits.
I stay away from heraldry.
You love heraldry. That's why you did it for so long.
I asked Varn, this used to be a pirate ship. Are there any natural defenses that this building has? Like, do the windows flap up and get boarded? Is there a cannon laying around somewhere?
No cannons, no gunpowder yet.
No cannons. He says, well, all of the windows have shutters that can be bolted from behind. And the walls themselves, because they're ship timbers, are actually decently sturdy compared to, most mud huts.
Any chance you've had a ballista or something?
So you say that, and Vaughn kind of looks left and he looks right and he says, the Baratheons don't look kindly on civilians owning siege weapons.
But
Roderick turns around, flips the table, shall not, and it stops.
I feel like there is a but coming, Varn.
There's always a big
However,
trophies that are from an old innkeeper's past may still be hidden in the attic, where only particularly large, slightly stupid son-in-laws can get to them when necessary.
So let's have Randall set up the siege weapon in the middle of the tavern.
Roderick and Ragnar just look at each other and start chuckling.
So they go up.
It's like Beavis and Butthead with Krakens.
Kill.
So they go up, and you see. So they go get the ballista. You see that it's been broken down into 3 pieces. Putting it back together is decently easy. the ballista itself is actually ornately carved with a dragon down the side.
Ooh.
Nice.
And so they set it up, and you're like, okay, we want it pointing at this wall. You know what? I'm actually going to go to the map because I think it's time for that now. Ooh, yeah. Damn it. Everybody's face is the wrong size.
Your face is the wrong size, Will.
I mean, sometimes. Not currently, right? That's not on me.
I'm huge.
Alright, I fixed it. Everybody's good. So this is the current situation. So where would you like to place that ballista? Let me give you guys a ballista to faff about with.
Does it swivel?
It is it is a pintle-mounted ballista, yes.
It should go on the bar then.
On the bar itself?
Yeah. Someone can take cover, fire that thing through a window, through a door as necessary.
There you go. Alright, so...
You can even show some, like,
nope, not that big.
bottles on the front of the arrows and fire them. Show me the flaming ballista arrows.
Alright, so where would you like your ballista?
I think there.
Like that? Alright. Ragnar looks at it and he's just like, oh, these poor bastards.
Alright, who has the best ballistics? And tell me it's not me.
Oddly enough, another cephalopod. Man, this channel's really big on cephalopods.
It's probably not me.
This channel has good taste.
I mean, while everybody is setting all that stuff up, I can go slip out and go check the forest borders.
Okay, alright.
Right.
And do some scouting.
This one?
Say again?
Did Varn give us a cardinal direction where the thieves typically arrive from?
He said they've come down the road, so specifically it's difficult to say.
In which case, we should probably put our traps on the windows themselves. Like, someone goes to open a window and just falls into a fucking Ponzi stick pit.
What the Home Alone shit is that about, Tom?
Or, like, we should at least sprinkle glass on the windowsill so if they do open a window and try and climb in, they just get fucking... It's awkward, ripped apart, and awful.
Awkward? Yeah, that is I would call that awkward.
We should just plant some nails through the windowsill, aiming up.
Wait, do you also have like closed temporarily so we don't accidentally shoot actual potential customers?
I mean, there is the old drunk still sitting at the bar currently, as well as Oren and I think those and Joellen are all currently still here.
Didn't we have a few other just like random people that we hired to hang with us also? It was like 4 people and 5 was the drunk or something?
No. They left. Everyone left except for the one drunk who refuses to. He's like, this is my bar.
It didn't. I know, like a pirate lord type person left and said, "Give me 2 days, that she'd be back."
Oh yes, that's true. That's right. The pirate lady, who you guys did not even know was having secret meetings in the back room, became thoroughly insulted that the bandit lord of Cocklesrent is calling himself such, because you can't be the
yes, yeah.
Cockles.
The Cocklord.
Oh shit! Thanks for that.
I didn't say
Half Dan. The bandit lord of the Cocklesrent. She's like, he can't call himself that. He doesn't even have a boat. and so she was insulted in the name of all pirates everywhere.
Excellent. Well, I'm gonna go take that time then, as they're setting that up, to go kind of like scout the edge of the woods, and do my sneaky thing.
I asked Bart if he trusts the drunk guy. Like, is there any chance that he's informing? Somehow the brigands knew that we were here and had killed their men without anyone reporting back. Someone let them know, whether it was other folks who had previously left or they snooped. But is that fella trustable?
Okay. What are you trying to trust him with?
Not opening the front door when we're under siege.
Yes, that you can trust him with that. Yes.
I don't trust him to swing a sword and defend my life. That's more of a reliable thing and less a trust thing.
I wouldn't trust that either. You can
To
trust him.
be fair, I don't think he's gotten up since he sat down, so I don't think he informed on us.
You can you can trust him to sit there, drink his beer, and punch anyone in the teeth who tries to burn down the inn.
Good man.
All right, Frag, you're out and about percepting.
Yes.
What specifically are you looking for? And you're going into the woods to the north?
Yeah, kind of followed the road for a little whiles, and just scouting the forest near the edge of that road, and taking the time to essentially counter scout as any scouts that look bandit-like.
All right, give me a stealth roll to see if your counter scouting is successful.
So under my stealth, I only have urban. So what other stealth?
So you're going to roll stealth urban, but I'm going to give you some penalties there. So I'll calculate that on my side.
Okie dokie.
That's fine. You did just fine. So as you scout about, you see that on the road there are two people wearing yellow armbands. And they're talking. Oh. They're like, oh, it's going to be great. Once we own this bar, we don't have to be bandits anymore. Then we can be innkeepers. To which the other one just smacks him and goes, you fool! Other people will be innkeepers, and we'll drink for free. Then we can be bandits and innkeepers.
The logic.
So, okay. So, and they're at kind of at a distance away, and they looked like they were kind of scouting the area.
They look like they're actually watching the road to not let anyone pass.
Okay, not let anybody pass. Okay, cool. So and they haven't noticed me yet, right?
No, you are currently decently well hidden.
Okay. I want to try and make some chaos. Let's see here.
Frag's alignment is chaotic.
Yes.
Only chaos.
I want to try and...
A reminder that those of you in chat can spend channel points or bits to give rerolls to any of the players. It's 1,000 channel points or 100 bits.
Question before.
Possible answer.
Since these are considered like mini sessions, and someone gave both myself and Roderick rerolls last session, did they carry over?
I will allow them to carry over for one session.
Okay.
So they will carry over for tonight, but not for tomorrow.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to roll this intuition to try to figure out how tough they're equipped, but I'm just like too focused on trying.
So with a 98,
I guess.
I'm going to say that you are certain that these are weak as hell, and if they are the best that the Bandit Lord of the Cockles Run has, you guys will have no issues whatsoever.
Excellent.
I can't grant her inspiration.
No, you cannot. Players can.
Yeah, I'm not exactly worried because they haven't seen me anyway, so I'm going to be like, yeah, this is fine. So I'm going to essentially take a stone to throw it in the opposite direction, right?
Okay.
Like, and then kind of try to do a weird thing where, well, your beers taste like pee anyway.
Your beer tastes like pee. Okay, all right. Give me a persuade roll. Persuade's the thing in this game, right? Or is it charm? Charm. Go ahead, give me a charm roll. Although you do have mimic, right? So I'm going to give you some benefits there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do have mimic,
but not a lot of charm.
No,
that's not your jam.
But with the mimic, she succeeds.
You are absolutely correct. So they're like, what? I don't even have beer yet. How can you say such a thing? And they go and start chasing the rock.
I just wanted to make sure so I can, when I get out of there, they don't see me, that I spied on them.
Okay.
And then try to make my way as quickly as possible back to the inn.
Okay, so you make your way back to the inn.
And then I'll be like...
You're just fragging about. Alright, while Frag is fragging, what are the rest of you working on?
I want to make sure that no one came onto that second floor from the fucking balcony. Or the roof from the balcony thing. I'm not into that. How can we, like, make that unclimbable?
Well, so it is a thatch roof, so you could just very easily just fuck it up. There will be no roof, just timbers.
Yeah, weaken the hell out of that roof and put Ponzi sticks beneath it.
You really like Ponzi sticks.
I really do. They're cheap and they're super easy to like implement.
Okay.
Yep.
Just grab some wood, chop it sharp, put them close together underneath something that's really, really light so they fall through it.
All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead and give me
you want to do ambush,
a set trap roll to see how well you hide your Ponzi sticks.
I'm pretty sure I'm delegating this to someone who actually is good at that, but we shall see.
I have set traps, but it's nothing very high, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure that's somebody else's business.
What is everyone's set trap stat? It's on secret signs in the middle column of your main page.
27.
29.
Oh, mine's 34, but I'm not there.
Well,
Sorry, where did you say it is?
set trap is the middle of the character sheet and the bottom underneath secret signs.
Oh, 31.
I was wrong. I am the best at this.
And there you go. So you managed to set up, with that roll, you managed to set up a substantially impressive, like, slightly convoluted hidden trap underneath this roof. And you're like, when you get done, you're like, I have no idea what I did, but that looks like it's going to work. Because you're not really good at it. You're not trained in it, are you?
I'm not trained in it, it's just my natural dexterity.
You're like figuring shit out, putting sticks, ramming them in different directions, and you're like...
What happens when they climb, they actually hit a marble that rolls down a ramp, and then that hits a paint can, and the paint can falls over, the lid pops off, and a cat jumps out and starts eating from some cat... No. It's not
Rube Goldberg music playing the whole time. Da, 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 da.
And I want to do similar things for some of the windows,
right.
whether inside or outside.
All right, that's what you spend the rest of your day looking. You're like putting nails sticking out. You break bottles and glue them to windowsills. And
I just want to just slam nails in the windowsill from the bottom at an angle. So if someone's coming through, they're going to do it with like disadvantage and potentially be hurt and stuff.
Right. You're just generally making people's lives miserable. I understand. For those of you following...
And I tell Xander, I'm like, Xander, you're taking the second floor. You're shooting arrows, right?
Yeah.
I want you to fucking use your thief. Don't pretend it's a forest. Pretend it's a forest. Fucking, grab some clothes or a shoe or whatever the fuck. Like, make it look like there are people there so they think there's more of us than there are. Put some curtains up so this way you can take cover behind shit. Throw a board up so you can like look over it, under it. Like, make that shit defensible for yourself.
Sounds good. So
grab the D-Titty Giant if you need to. If you need support.
D-Titty Giant.
The D-Titty Giant. Oh, so the day passes, and when you next come upstairs, that shit looks like a demented paintball course. There's like walls and obstacles and mannequins.
What the fuck?
There are several of the mannequins have arrows in them, and you get the feeling that they're there so that you can run up and just grab an arrow out of it and shoot it at someone. You gave him free reign, and he has gone ballistic on it.
I walk up, see it, go nope, and turn right back around and go back downstairs.
I say, Xander, can you come here real quick?
He's like, "Yeps."
I grab him by each cheek and I pull his face close. And I'm 5'6", I probably have to pull his face down. And I'm like, Xander, there is going to be a day where I was going to say, this is the reason why we brought you here. I didn't think it would come this soon, but good fucking job, man. Now, I want you to take each and every member of our party and walk them through this hellhole you've created so we know how to get around in case we have to retreat to the second floor.
Okay. So when you say that, he's like, I have an idea. And so
I thought they were going to kiss.
The rest of the night,
Also,
you don't see Xander at all. And then when he comes downstairs, he says, "All right, guys, follow me." On the ground, he has drawn red and green arrows in conflicting directions. And he goes, red arrows will lead you to killing hallways, and green arrows will lead you to safety.
Shouldn't it be the opposite?
You're not gonna make him throw his arrow.
His eyes get really big, and he's like, should it be?
Well, because if the other dudes come up here, they'll automatically want to follow the green ones. Right?
No one taught them colors.
Who taught you Octagon?
Yeah.
Well, it's medieval times, so there's no such thing as a traffic light. So.
Yeah, green is not automatically good here.
They're gonna have to wait an hour.
Oh, I see green, I think of trees, but when I see red, I think of blood.
This is why she's smart. And I pat her on the head again.
Xander looks at you and says, when I see green, I think of the green fossaways, who are assholes. And when I see red, I think of the red fossaways, who are less assholes.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Hopefully whoever comes up here is too fucking panicked for their life to look at the floor and think about arrows.
Make a decision and a judgment call on the color of the arrows.
That's
and
true.
I want you to rig some paint cans, so if you let loose a rope, they'll fall and hit whoever's coming up the stairs.
Oh, speaking of colors, they were wearing I saw some bandits on the road, and they were wearing yellow armbands. The Cox P yellow.
Does anybody question the Frag?
Looks at Frag like, you saw what?
Roderick too, like just staring.
No, that was a record scratch. Everyone's like, you were who, what now?
Oh yeah, I forgot. They were talking about what they would do when they owned the bar, and I was just like, oh. They looked like nobodies, but they were wearing yellow armbands.
I reach out behind me. I'm like, Mid, tart me.
They were only like scouting.
Tarts on demand?
Come on, tart me.
Mid doesn't tart you, but Rando's like, here you go.
I elbow Ragnar and they say, like, are there yellow fossaways who are piss ants?
So Randall tarts me and I go, here, Frank, tell us what you know about these bandits.
Oh, well, they were just, it looks like they were just keeping people from coming, I think. And they were kind of like, yeah, they were wearing yellow on their armbands. And then they were just saying things like, oh, what was it?
I think this is a two-tart situation.
Oh, yeah. So, like, yeah, they were just the two, and then they were saying, I guess they were just dreaming about the bar and making people be other inns. And then I called their beer pea water, and they weren't happy, but they didn't find me. Obviously, I'm here, and they're not. Sure. They didn't know I was there. But
can you show us where you saw them?
Oh yeah, they were on the road to the north that way.
At this point, Lord Lothar's minion. Does anybody remember what I named Lord Lothar's minion?
Not a lot of interest in the minion.
I'm pretty sure
at a personal level.
I'm pretty sure that I just called him Harold because.
Was his name Seneschal George?
Is he Harold the Herald?
I'm serious. Was he Seneschal George?
No, Seneschal George.
No, that was from earlier.
Yeah. This guy was just he has not given you his name. He's just Harold. And he walks up and he's like, are you all planning an appropriate defense of my lord's noble and esteemed personage?
No.
Your lord lives on the second floor of this inn, does he not, temporarily?
Yes.
Have you opened your eyes and looked around?
I thought that it was time for spring cleaning.
Are you... I look at the arrows on the floor, the fucking mannequins with arrows in them, and around at other things. I say, have you been trained to ask stupid questions, or did you learn it gradually?
He says, it's a natural talent when dealing with peasant folk, asking direct questions.
So if you have to lower yourself below the level of peasants, what does that make you?
What does he know?
Also, I'm a noble. Next question. What else do you have? What else would you like to know?
He says, do you think that you can preemptively strike and make sure that it is safe for our business partners to meet us here?
My lord. You're speaking to the head of a mercenary company and several nobles. Please say my lord. I appoint House Harlaw. I point in another direction, House Umber.
He says, House Harlaw aren't nobles. Those are...
Do you want to keep your life? Because your balls are about to become his harvest. What is your next question? When are your business companions, whoever, going to arrive?
2 days' time.
So during the siege.
Hopefully soon before or soon after.
If they arrive soon before, it might be challenging for them to get here because there are bandits blocking the road. If they arrive after, provided we're all alive, no problem.
I mean, they're trying to stop people from coming on the road. I did say that.
Sure.
He looks at Rolf. You're a maester. Do you have ravens?
No.
This is gonna
Do you
pull
see
a
a
raven
raven?
out of his ass like it's.
He just goes in there. There you go.
This is a tavern. The owner of the establishment might have a raven or two.
No, he didn't. We already asked. Fine. I will be in my room. And he looks to Randall. He says, we'll take our dinner in our room. And he turns around and walks back inside.
Please do.
We'll try to clear the road, you yuts.
Oh, man.
Yeah, yuts. That's what you're going with?
That man is definitely a yuts. Frag, I think we have some sneak work to do tomorrow. Let's try and go ahead and tell those guards or those road warrior idiots some false information or try to provide their brigand lord of dick cheese with some manner of false intel.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really want to do that before
with
because,
that?
I mean, I was by myself. I didn't want to do it because I don't word good sometimes. So, yeah. That's why I said the other thing. But yes, I will tell them that they have pea water and it's not, they are not healthy and they look tiny.
I think
And
we're going to have to give them information about the defenses being weak in certain areas where they're not. So this way they come in like fools, and we'll also want to lie about our numbers. We'll have to say that we sent some of our mercenary company off to go get help, so they think that we're weak.
Or no, some of us ran away. That's even worse, right?
Yeah, and they're cowards. They'll believe that we act like cowards.
Yeah.
So you guys going to plan to do this in the evening, or are you guys planning on doing it during the day again?
Assumably during the day, right? We're going to pose as leaving the tavern, sick of this nonsense.
Yeah, taking off the regalia, right? So we look non-conspicuous.
Yeah, we're gonna borrow some clothes. I'll borrow some clothes from whoever.
Well, we can steal clothes from Lord Dolphin Boy.
I don't want to look like a lord.
Oh no! Wait, that's the quest for a different day.
All right, so you guys go ahead. You gather up some clothes and whatnot. Mid and Frag, are you taking anyone else with you?
I'll go with you. They've only seen me with my helmet on, right? So as long as I change clothes and don't wear anything.
I look from toe to head. Man, you're an ox. You're a 6'6" walking pile of muscle.
6'2".
Boy, how many men your size do you think there are in these lowlands?
I mean, how many men his size do you think are in these lowlands? I point to the gentle giant.
I small.
Randall's like, hello.
You is small.
Hi.
I could put on my robes.
I do want to hide a dagger in on my person somewhere though.
Daggers, I think, are pretty easy to hide.
If I wore robes, I could hide Frag in the robes. Be surprise Frag.
Oh, surprise Frag!
I yell Frag out, Frag out.
She could pop out like a chest buster from Aliens.
Dagger in each hand. All right, so Marcus, are you going, yay or nay?
Yeah, I'll just stay here.
Ah, yay! New follower. Thank you, Leopoldino.
Right.
So while they're walking off, Marcus, what are you up to?
I asked Andrew to cover us from afar with his bow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true because you ain't that far into the. I just do like a quick walk around to make sure all our defenses look shorn up and everything.
Okay.
Do I have a quick 5 minutes to walk this dog? He's driving me insane.
Go ahead.
Give me 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Roderick, Ragnar has taken you to one side, and he's dipping balls of hay in paraffin with a wick coming out of them.
Nice.
And so you have these compact little balls of hay that you can wing at people.
He's making Greyjoy cocktails.
Yes.
Got it. That's a fantastic idea.
So while all that is going on, Mid and Frag, you guys are just like walking down the road, cock of the walk and all that jazz?
I'm just walking generally like, I want to get out of here. I'm annoyed at the establishment type of a thing.
Okay. As you walk up, the bandits stop you and they're like, "Hey there! This is our road. You can't walk here."
Oh, it is?
There are two.
Why would you not?
Is there a sign?
So
I
make it a
can't read
bush. Why is it a road if no one's supposed to walk on it? Make it a damn bush then. Plant some crops.
We don't make roads.
What kind of half-assed brigand are you? Charge a toll.
You say that and they kind of stop and they're like, all right, on second thought, you can pass if you pay a toll.
We get half off because we helped discover the establishment.
That's fair. In that case,
The toll's 4 silver, and I want a silver for each person that passed. I'll be back on the first of the month to collect my rent.
wait. He says, "Wait a second. That's not how that works."
Okay, then we pass for free. And you can keep all of the rest of the money that you collect from here on out.
So they kind of talk again and like, you're trying to swindle us out of a franchise fee.
Who taught you franchise fee?
On second thought, how about you collect the tolls, and we'll be back on the first of the month for our rent.
Oh, you're leaving?
Doesn't that mean you leave your post?
Yeah.
Fine, I need those yellow armbands.
Yeah, you got.
If we're going to stand here and collect the toll, we need to show people that we're the proper company. So we need the armbands.
Yeah.
That sounds more than fair. But there has to be a finder's fee since we're giving you such a primo location.
Oh.
How about I pay you an information? We just ran from that tavern, and we hear you boys are going to go ahead and wreck that tavern, and we know all about the goings-on there.
I mean, you can't...
Yeah, they were crying about it. They're like, "Oh, we can't do this."
Like, but you can't really eat information.
Oh.
But if you take this information back to the Lord Brigand of the Cockles-Wrench River, will he not reward you in gold?
At this point, they turn to each other. Did he change his title again? No. He's not the Lord Brigand. He's the Baron of the Cockles-Wrench.
My apologies. We heard this information secondhand.
I think he wants to call himself the Count of the Cockles-Wrench because it's got... What's that word? Alliteration.
I tried to count my Cockles-Wrench once and I only got to 1.
I have 2.
All 3 of the people with you are like, what?
That's it. We will collect the rent of the cockle's rent.
So they look at you and they say very simply, I don't even know what you want.
We've had this. We're going to stand here. We're going to collect the rent. You're going to come back on the first of the month. We're going to give you your part.
Excellent.
We get the yellow armbands. You guys get information. You go home heroes. You recruited additional men. You're taking back information around the place which you're going to absolutely destroy in a day and a half's time. It's win-win-win. And there's only two parties.
Yeah.
So they take off the armbands. He goes, but wait a second. If we don't got no armbands, how will they know we're us when we get to our own camp?
Well, I don't know.
Well, they'll recognize you immediately.
Yeah, because you're two important persons watching this spot.
You're landowners now.
Yeah.
Hey, if we own land, does that make us lords? And at this point, they give you the bands.
I say, hold on. What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name, good sir?
Oh. Brian? Also Brian.
Brian, is it Brian Milord? That has a nice ring to it. Milord's Brian.
Milord's Brian. Not Milord Brian's. There's two of us.
There's two lords named Brian. I think either works. We're getting deep into semantics here.
Tomato.
McBrien's.
Regardless, you see that balcony on the right side of the inn.
Oh yeah.
Tell your lads they can climb that and get on top of the roof for easy entrance.
I was never able to afford staying in that room.
And I hear there's some lofty poof of a lord that lives there also.
All right. So they hand you the armband. I'm not making you roll for charm because your charm is ludicrously high, by the way. And off they trot.
I say also the windows are a bit weak. They have heavy wooden shutters, but if you get through those, you're golden, lads.
Yeah, it's easy.
Oh, and I think there were 5 of those tough types. 2 of them left. They said they're not doing this. They just fucked off.
They were scared. I was just like, scared of what? I don't know.
Well, you guys left. Weren't you scared?
No.
No. We thought the beer tasted like piss. We're looking forward to the new establishment because they're going to bring in better wares, I'm sure.
Yeah, because they did taste like pee.
You guys know what you're about. And off they go.
I look at Frag. Say, Frag. Are we getting better at this, or is the world getting stupider?
I don't know. I think a little of both, maybe. This is the first time I was called smart. So I like to think I'm getting smarter.
Hey, Frag, you're the greatest. And we
Aww.
walk our. I wait for them to get out of ice, like got a eye shot or whatever. I can't see them more. They walk back in and go, yeah, those fucking idiots bought every fucking.
As you walk up, they're like, "Hey, Mid, you're wearing a yellow armband. Does that mean you're on the other side now?"
No, it means I've tricked those fools into giving up their armbands.
Just checking.
Yeah.
It's in case we run out of supplies, we need to wipe our asses later. We're now amply stocked in yellow armbands.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
Alternatively, if you want me to join, if you want me to parlay with their fool of a baron of the Dick Cheese River, I'm more than aptly capable of doing so now.
Yeah, he's changing his name a lot, apparently. I don't know.
All right, so night falls.
For 10 points of damage.
And you guys hear in the distance some people gather about the outsides of the inn.
All right.
Well, and actually, that was a legit question. Should I stand outside of the yellow armband and meet with the leader?
I mean, if he's gonna be showing up,
Like, should Frag and I be out there like, hello, are you here for the rent?
That is up to you guys how you want to handle that.
Yeah, I'm gonna arm back up, but keep my yellow armband.
All right, so put yourselves at the front door, please.
All of us, or just us two?
Whoever wants to be at the front door.
Oh.
Well, they were talking about going outside.
Yeah, I'm talking about meeting with the Brigand Lord before.
Right.
He...
Yeah, that's that. I know. That's where I'm at.
Got it.
So you walk as you're outside. You see two men walk up. One of
Are
them.
they O'Briens? Oh.
One of them is clearly has taken whatever he thought was fancy clothing and put it all on at once. So he's got like a feathered cap, and he's got silk pantaloons, and he's got plunder hose, and he's got just the most mismatched outfit of different colors because the dyes are expensive. He looks like a Landsknecht got dressed in the dark.
Jeez.
And next to him,
plunder hose, something you do at a brothel.
No, plunder hose is a interesting piece of clothing that has giant ass pockets. Really, it's hose that are really bags. You just put shit in your hose.
Weird.
But it's fine. I really want a pair of plunder hose. It's on my list.
It's all about easy access.
Mm-hmm. So the second man is clearly like a scarred veteran of many battles.
Mm.
And he looks at the other guy and he's like, oh, whatever. He's like, the Lord High Marshal of the Cockles Rent River.
It's nighttime, right?
Yes, it is.
I have a torch.
Okay. You see that behind him are 15 bandits. Demands from this establishment the agreed upon rent, as well as suitable recompense for the murder of his loyal hench people.
I'm sitting next to mid, right? So
yeah,
and I'm like, or if we're talking terms, there has to be an or, right?
Oh, or we burn the whole place down.
Why would you burn it down when you could just take it over?
He says the Lord High Marshal is not interested in permanent real estate at this time.
Mid scratches his head. High Marshal, I was supposed to make a report to the Baron. Or was it Lord?
Who knows at this point?
At this point, the highly dressed one goes, "Look, I haven't decided yet."
Who the fuck said that?
Mid goes
wasn't me.
Mid goes into his pocket, pulls out the mouse that he's talked about but never actually shown. Guinness. He goes, and he starts looking at it like he developed a voice.
I'm like, Frag.
That
you drink something?
No. That was a no.
At this point, the scarred veteran is like, "Do you have a counter offer?"
Mid takes a sip of alcohol.
Oh, Lord.
Here it comes, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Mid, that's not a counter
Hold
offer.
on to your hats.
Mid, that's not a counter offer.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just saying.
I look at Mid and I'm like, oh, it's that time, is it? Okay. Fair enough.
By the way, before this happens, I'm going to talk to the bartender and tell him to get behind the ballista and tell him, like, something's gonna happen. When it happens, and I look at that ballista has a perfect shot through the door at the guy that looks like he's a veteran of many battles. You know what to do.
You see that Randall is standing next to the ballista with a hammer and like a stack of ballista bolts because he can rack the ballista faster than anybody.
Oh, fantastic.
Jeez.
I tell Randall something's going to happen, and when it happens, you know what to do. It's a clear shot. It's so beautiful.
All right, so go ahead and make your counter offer, Mid.
Oh, Mid can talk with his mouth full, right?
That's his counter offer, I imagine.
Yeah.
No, Mid has been ventriloquism. He can speak with his mouth full of liquid.
That is true.
That is why I took the skill. You know, like you drink water and you have the dummy still talking.
Yeah.
I'm capable of this.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'm posing as a brigand with the yellow armband, making a report. So you have to deliver the counter offer.
Yeah, I know. It's like, well, we were here talking to your men, and it seems your Lord Brigand, whatever the hell you're calling yourselves these days. Whoa! Wait, hold on. Time out. Who was that voice? Before we get to the count offer.
That's the Baron.
That's the Baron.
Can I talk to him? Where is he? I need to see this man face to face.
He's the guy dressed all flowery.
Yes, he is the guy dressed all flowery.
Can you come here?
They stop here. They do not get any closer.
Okay. And where's this scarred up veteran
right
dude?
Next to him.
Okay. I look at Mid. Is that close enough? Like Okay.
Archduke of the Cockles-Wrens, I do have a report to make. Can I? The Lords Brian told me to make it to you personally.
Come here, lad.
I whisper in his ear.
You walk.
Dracarys.
You whisper in his ear, Dracarys.
And then blow his fucking head off with a fireball that I shoot from my mouth.
All right, go, because if you roll a 96 plus, you're just swallowing the whole fireball.
That is the reason why I have fortune points. I might roll a 96 once, but I'm not going to roll it. What am I rolling for this?
You roll fire breathing, dale.
All right.
Very nice.
All right. Did we ever decide what psychotic damage you wanted to do with this attack?
I'm looking to kill him, so let's just do that. I mean, he's deaf and on fire at this point.
He's definitely not happy.
He's flaming.
All right.
I mean, there's also
If he wasn't before.
with all that wonderful clothing, he went up like a struck match. The veteran might have caught splashback.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count this as the low-level fire spell. You're a terrible person lighting the poor vicar of the Cockles-Wren on fire for no damn reason.
For no damn reason, he says.
No reason. What?
No damn reason.
No damn. He's such a nice person.
With such a nice voice.
Sure. Yeah, and I am such a picky eater.
Oh yeah, Frag always be like, no, I don't want this. This is spinach.
Right.
Do I also get bonuses to damage for an unsuspecting opponent who is leaning into me while I breathe fire into his fucking ear?
Really, what it is that I am not having him have any defense whatsoever from it. He's just taking it. There's actually not like a fire spell. There's not a fireball. What the fuck is this about?
In Warhammer, you'd assume there would be.
This is Warhammer. There has to be just like a fireball. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. It's a bolt. So, what was your defense? What was your success levels there?
It was 1 level success plus whatever you're giving me for having been that close.
All right.
If you're giving at all.
So, He immediately takes 10 points of damage to the head. And what I'm going to do is allow you to roll a crit for free on him.
D100?
D100, dale.
Can I fortune point a crit?
Yes, actually.
Nice.
Son of a...
Shit.
Nah.
All right. The fire washes over his skull. The hat catches fire. His beard catches fire, and you see that his left eye, the ear closest to where you were, the eye closest to the ear you were whispering in, bursts and runs down his face. He has 3 blinded, 2 bleeding, and a stunned condition, and he has lost that eye.
I yell, "My God, he exploded!" and take 2 steps back and do my best acting shocked roll.
You fucking, you better do something because the veteran is going to hit you otherwise. So let me see what you.
Oh, I mean it's a surprise roll, isn't it? So. And I was not flat-footed because I knew it was coming.
You did know
so
it was
I charged
coming.
the veteran.
Nobody else knew this was coming.
Excuse me, our Roderick Harlaw knew it was coming.
It's true.
He warned everyone else.
He didn't know exactly what was coming, but he knew something was coming.
I made it a point to tell them something's gonna happen.
Also, you think I've gotten
So let's be
skills in
clear.
armor.
Something's going to happen is not the same as his head is going to catch fire and his eye is going to run down his chin.
The veteran
Fair.
has to make a cool check not to shit his pants after that just happened.
You know what? I will allow that. The veteran will, in fact, make a cool check to not be like, holy shit!
Regardless if he passes or not, I plan on charging his bitch ass. So.
Alright, so the veteran... How did he fail by rolling a 9?
I mean, if you saw someone's head catch on fire, you'd fail too.
It doesn't have a target number for him.
Oh, okay. Well, he did not fail, even with the negatives for just watching some shit light fire. However, you guys are... it is now initiative time.
Oh boy.
Oh man, really?
I don't get a surprise. I don't get a surprise charge, bro. Come on. I knew it was coming.
Alright.
Hey, you know what? That's fine because that was pretty lit.
Oh no.
I yell, "These pigs have
Wow.
betrayed us! It is a ambush!"
But seriously though, no surprise charge.
These pigs have betrayed us. It is a ambush.
Damn it.
Bruh. Give me a cool check. If you pass your cool check, I'll give you a surprise charge.
Me?
Yeah, you. Again, some shit's gonna happen is not the same thing as being
I know
prepared
what he's
for.
planning on doing.
I'm
I'm assuming it's not the first time.
Guys,
he's shot
eyeball melting.
Well, so
Mid wasn't even ready for that.
Yes, he was. Mid's a demented motherfucker. Mid and
I just lost sound on
Marcus have definitely talked about these tag team guns.
You say you lost sound on Tom.
Did I just
Me?
lose sound on everybody?
What?
We hear you.
All right, cool.
Well, yeah, I hear
All
everybody.
right, I just lost sound on
Awesome.
everybody for a second. Joe, you do not get your surprise round. Please roll your initiative. You see it happen, you're like, you're ready to charge, you're like, ew, what the fuck?
Initiative was under what again on this character sheet?
Combat.
It's actually under initiative on the character sheet.
Right.
Alright, I am missing 1 player.
Wow.
Hey.
Damn.
By the way, generally we're gonna want to come back inside
Yes.
the place.
Agreed.
So I know you want to charge, but
It was just a bail mid out. I was gonna fight in retreat.
So mid, you do get 2 steps for free. So go ahead and move your 2 steps before your turn.
2 squares.
Yep.
Okay.
That poor bastard's gonna bleed to death instantly. That's just awful.
And is it my turn first?
It is your turn first.
I have an attack action and a move action this game, correct?
Yes, you do.
Sweet. I whip my dagger at the veteran's head. I'm horrible at this, and I step inside so they can... Actually, yeah, we'll close the door before they get a chance to move. So yeah, I will whip my dagger at the veteran's head and step inside so the door can close behind me.
Go ahead.
I am calling the shot for his head.
Yeah, I heard you.
I understand that going to do this.
You're just gonna leave this poor bastard bleeding to death from his eye socket and not finish him off?
No, and I completely missed the veteran, which is fine. And I step inside.
Okay. The veteran takes...
Wait, why'd you roll your ballistic skill?
Knife.
The veteran grabs his lord, who is screaming in that terrible voice. Thankfully, I will not have to do that voice any longer. Because he's dead as shit. And begins dragging him to their lines. At this point, you guys see that the bandits have started loosing arrows into the building. Some of which are lit on fire.
Oh no.
Alright, Roderick, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna step over here. And I'm going to start praying.
Alright.
To the drowned god.
What do you got?
I'm gonna just give the standard prayer this time. What is dead may never die, but rises again stronger. And yeah.
All right. So what is it that you're trying to do? Give everyone that, give someone that plus weapon skill or whatever.
Yeah.
Who are you giving it to?
Let's see how many. I'm going to give it to Markas.
Okay, go.
Yeah, boy.
Where's prayer? Where'd you go?
Is this? I forget. With prayer, is it that if you get a certain amount of successes, you can give it to other people, or no?
Yeah, with more successes, I can either give it to other people or I can make it last longer for each success. Here it is. Pray. Okay. Wish me luck. Fingers crossed.
Right.
Sin points. Let's go.
Tentacle crossed.
Mother. Okay, I'm gonna spend.
You do get a free reroll, remember, from last.
I do.
Session?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Hey! An exact success.
All right. So Markas, you're going to be getting. It's the prayer of battle, right?
Yes.
And that will give him
10% more, or 10 more weapon skill.
At 10, yeah, you get plus 10 weapon skill, which is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, not at all. All right, yeah, I'll take that.
And Markas,
is there a temporary modifier?
No, we just need to remember that it's there.
Okay.
All right, so Markas, it is now your turn.
I mean, I have to hit something with that buff, right?
Yeah, or I'll be very disappointed that the very first time in 5 sessions that one of my prayers has worked.
6.
So it's a fuck ton of archers and those two right out front.
Mm-hmm.
I'm charging. Fuck this. I'm charging the veteran.
The veteran.
I'm not gonna sit back and watch the place catch on fire while we weather an arrow storm.
Okay.
I wish you'd have told me that before you told me to get back inside.
I didn't say to get back inside. Israel told you to get back inside.
I most certainly did not. I am not responsible for any of this nonsense. I am just an unfrozen caveman lawyer. This is all between you fucking guys. This is going to be...
Alright, so how does charging work again? I get an automatic advantage or something?
You do get an automatic advantage, yes.
Alright.
And essentially you have a second advantage because of the fucking prayer.
So just put 2?
No, because you remember that you're limited on how many advantages you can get. No.
Cool.
We're just going to add 1 level of success to whatever you roll.
I can put a SL bonus of 1 then, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't calculate.
Okay.
Alright, come on, defense. That's about what I thought. So you beat him by 4, which means you're going to do 12 damage to his left arm. So essentially, you charge forward, go ahead and place yourself where you want.
Alright.
They're not really in a spot, so let me fix that. You
Which one's the vet?
The vet is the bearded fellow right here.
All right. And the other one's corpsey?
He's not dead yet.
And the other one's corpsey?
Yeah. So you charge forward, and he lifts his left arm to try and defend himself, and you slam down with all of the force that you have in you. And if I'm not wrong, you also take away some of his armor, right? How many points of armor do you reduce?
It's, I don't know off the top of my head. I know it's called penetrating.
All right.
Also, I had that plus 10 weapon skill from the prayer. I don't know if you factored that in.
I did. Thank you.
But, I can look it up. I'm in the book.
I'm almost there.
Penetrating. Weapons high effective penetrating armor. Non-metal APs are ignored, and the first point of all armor is ignored.
Okay, so you just do the straight 12 damage, which is not enough to actually bring him to